Meg Wheatley is a woman who some of you know. There's one of her books is up here. Margaret Wheatley, Leadership in the New Science. She's a scientist who has really taken science and applied it to the unfolding of organizational life. And she finds order in our chaos. And she has a reading that says, for every conversation to take us to a deeper realm, we have to practice several new behaviors. We acknowledge one another as equals. We try to stay curious about each other. Oh, it's them again. Oh, stay curious about each other. We recognize that we need each other's help to become better listeners. We slow down so we have time to reflect and to listen and to think. We remember that conversation is a natural way humans think together. And we expect it to be messy at times. It's going to get messy. Just a quick little exercise for a minute, if you will. Picture a Volkswagen Bug car. Now picture a watermelon. Picture your favorite tree. Picture, if you're a parent, picture your firstborn. If you've ever seen the ocean, picture that. Having trouble keeping up? Of course you're not. We think faster than we feel. Now, allow yourself to feel glee. Allow yourself to feel happiness. Allow yourself to feel sorrow. Having trouble keeping up? Of course you are. Because when we pause and we reflect, we get clear. But our hearts take a little bit more time than our heads. We can think of those objects quickly, but when we think of where I am with my feelings around something, it takes a little bit more time. And I think that's a clear exercise that shows that. We expect it to get messy sometimes. So, it's not always going to be easy. It's not always going to be easy. And you may not get it all done in one session. And if that be the case, then it's real important to get as clear as you possibly can at the end of that one session. But ideally, you try and manage whatever your agenda is in that one session. And if we take it a little bit further, there's cosmic consciousness, there's cosmic consensus. Can we really tap into that idea that we are united and that great minds gather to align with the vision? Again, it depends on the personalities and the type of groups you're with, but that element, if you're in a centering prayer group or you're in a faith-sharing group of some sort, that you should be able to talk about that too. In order for conversations to take us to a deeper realm, we have to practice many new several behaviors. We acknowledge one another as equals. We know that. We try to stay curious about each other. I think that's a good one. We stay curious about each other. We acknowledge that we need each other's help to become better listeners. We slow down so we have time to think and reflect. And we remember that conversation is a natural way we think together. And we expect it to be messy at times. It's going to have times when it's messy. And again, going back to our administrative principle, we reach decisions through discernment and consensus. Why people disagree, haven't heard each other. They have different values, they have different experiences. There's outside factors like past history, personalities, our false self in action, and then the group level of decision making isn't clear. We're not clear on what our objective is. You have the outline, you have the tools, you have the spirit for it, and I just encourage you to give it a shot, because it works, and it's so us. You know, it's such a nice way to make decisions rather than voting or being authoritarian like I can be, and that kind of thing. Any other comments? Let's repeat that Romans scripture. Do not conform any longer to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, this good, pleasing, and perfect will. Thank you for your attention.